main event of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, what we've been waiting for.
The big boys.
Indeed. I've seen this cage slide across the floor a couple times. The big guy slammed into the wall. Bruno Bastos making his way out to the cage. Okay, so what makes this match particularly interesting, this is not the first time Bruno Bastos has faced off against his partner here in the main event, Fabiano Schörner. This is not the second time that they have faced each other, nor is it the third. This is the fourth time Mr. Bruno Bastos has faced down Fabiano Schörner. Fabiano was supposed to be fighting Mr. Jeff Munson, Snowman, who I call the Tractor. Mr. Munson got injured, looking for a replacement. Mr. Bastos stepped up and said and demanded his fourth shot against Fabiano.
How have the previous 3 matches gone?
All 3 have gone to Fabiano.
Right.
In one of them, Bruno Bastos actually knocked himself out going for an armbar. He's worked on that. He says that's not going to happen this time. Fabiano got his black belt in 3 years. Multiple Masters World's gold medals in weight, open weight. Bruno's multiple IBJJF medalist, World, Pan Ams, Brazilian Nationals. Here's our tail of the tape. Bruno Bastos, age 38, 6 foot. Actual weigh-in yesterday on the scale, Mr. Bastos, 265 pounds. Fabiano Schörner, 295. Around a 40-pound difference. Height, 6 foot, 6'4", Fabiano Schörner. And Kevin Keeney's gonna get us started.
Roseland Theater and grappling fans watching live around the world. This is the main event of the evening. Brought to you by BetDSI. This bout is a heavyweight no-gi grappling match. First, competing out of the blue corner, he's a black belt who stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in at an even 265 pounds. Trained by Bruno Bastos Jiu-Jitsu, he comes to us tonight from Midland, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome please, Bruno Bastos. And his opponent, grappling out of the red corner, he's a black belt who stands 6 feet 4 inches tall. He weighed in at 295 1/2 pounds. Trained by Gracie Baja Portland, this 2-time sub-champion comes to us tonight from Três Passos, Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome please, Fabiano Peglove Schörner.
All right, Jim, we're going to talk about the rules. Look for the tap and respect it when you get here. Any questions? Touch them. Let's do this.
Here we go, the big boys, our main event. Bastos versus Fabiano. Takedown is going to be a huge part of this. You do not want to be on the bottom against somebody as big as Fabiano. And Fabiano has a lot more cage experience than Bastos. Both competitors like the feet, like the ankle attacks, but going for them may mean you're going to give up a potential top position, so they may not want to risk it. may go into overtime, and then we're really going to see how the cardio game plays out, because as you know, the bigger you are, the more oxygen you burn up, and Fabiano tipping the scales at 295. He's sucking the oxygen out of the room as we speak.
Yeah, both incredibly experienced and tough dudes. You can just see kind of, you know, they're in no hurry to get out there and get crazy. They want to have a nice, smart match. And
both guys could not be nicer. I wanted to try and create some kind of drama. I mean, Bastos has lost 3 times. I said, come on, you got to give me something. He was, I'm just so excited to be here. I just want to compete against Fabiano. I don't want to do the Brazilian accent. You get the gist. Fabiano's so big, and he's competed here in the Submission Underground a few times. I believe the last time we saw him was against Big Tim Sylvia. We were cage side as Fabiano had a knee ride on Tim Sylvia. Tim politely asked him to remove the knee ride or things might get messy.
yeah, definitely a lot of respect from both men here. They don't want to get the bottom position, that's for sure.
Two guys that love the sport, love to compete in it. Also don't want anything bad to happen to their training partner as well as themselves. Fabiano competed against Rico Rodriguez, our in the cage announcer as well here, as the, I believe it was the main event, a few Submission Undergrounds a while ago. Rico got his arm popped, and Fabiano was not happy about that. So the last thing he wants to do, this gentle giant wants to do, is hurt somebody who has the ability to come into the cage and compete with them.
You know, ultimately we need our opponents, so it kind of sucks to hurt them sometimes, but it is just the name of combat sports, you know, it's how it goes.
And I have that same attitude in the training room.
Yeah.
You injure your training partners, they're not going to show up.
Yeah.
You've just lost out on someone that's going to help you win a match. So to everybody that I hit really hard as I was coming up, my apologies. Mostly tie-ups here. Fabiano looking for a couple knee taps. Fabiano's really known for his guard game. Being so big, to have such an explosive guard is really impressive. He doesn't want to be on the bottom against Bastos if he doesn't have to.
Fabiano's like a tree, you know? He just moves forward, doesn't stop. Nice.
Fabiano,
the takedown.
More aggressive, shove Bastos up against the cage, drop down.
Wasn't worried about that neck attack at all.
I heard that Fabiano had a few neck vertebrae actually removed so he could not be choked. Because if you look at the man, he has no
There's
neck.
no neck there, yeah.
It goes from
shoulder
head
to
to traps.
But being smashed up against the cage by Fabiano in bottom position, no one wants to be there.
No. I've rolled with Fabiano on open mat. Nice. Painful. Beautiful step over by Fabiano.
Looking for maybe a little triangle.
Mounted triangle, if he can get that arm out.
He's just hesitant to roll over and try to finish it from the bottom. He wants to keep his top position, I would imagine.
And the cage is working against Fabiano here as well. Can't really swing his leg around to try and lock his foot.
Not to mention just a great place to just really cook Bruno and tire him out, make him work while Fabiano gets to kind of chill.
When's the last time you had 300 pounds on your chest?
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, just playing the patience game, really cooking.
Bastos has got to make something happen before he does get crushed. It's tough though. He knows any explosion of activity is going to leave something open to Fabiano.
I almost feel like, you know, there's a little back take if Fabiano were to just, oh, and he got it right there.
There's the tap. Like Fabiano reached down,
Beautiful.
lifted up
Beautiful
on
control.
Bastos' head, got the choke. Something that, if you're 120 pounds, this might not be the move for you. But if you're 300 pounds, sitting on someone's chest, it might.
Yeah. Just cooked the life right out.
Just pulling on the back of the head, shutting off the carotids of Bastos right there, getting that tap.
Just a beautiful, slow, crushing game. I mean, that is some classical, beautiful jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see the differences as well as the lighter weight to the heavier weights. You know, it's all the same sport, but you definitely have different techniques.
Oh, yeah.
Different strategies.
It's like any kind of art, you know, so many different takes.
Kevin Keeney's going to finish off our night.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by tap out at 5 minutes 23 seconds of regulation due to mounted triangle, Fabiano Paglave Schörner.
Mounted triangle, although he didn't get the leg quite through, he's roughly in the same position.
Absolutely.
Same result.
That is a large man.
Yes, it is.
Let's give everybody a round of applause for our final match. Congratulations, Fabiano. It's always a pleasure. You know, Bruno stepped in last second to replace Jeff Monson. I really know after speaking with you that you really wanted to compete against Jeff Monson. And I know that you were really training for that particular grappling event, match, but it didn't come out. I mean, I know you were against Bruno several times. This was under different rules. Did you expect the outcome to be this way? And did you train any different once you found out Jeff wasn't coming?
Yeah, I was training different for Jeff Monson, and when he couldn't make it, he got Bruno. I got more worried actually, because Bruno has a better jiu-jitsu setup, and the game he brings in, you know, it's kind of really interesting because, you know, I don't want to go to the overtime for sure, because I really thought he could beat me in there.
That's it. People don't understand that's a different game from guys that are our level. You give them one person the advantage. Going into our overtime, you give them the opportunity to put you in a sub.
Yeah, being a bigger guy sometimes, you know, there is some advantage, but, you know, in overtime, going against a smaller guy that might, you know, be well, you guys got that tonight on a brown belt tournament. The smaller guy won.
Yeah. I was really shocked, to be honest. But listen, what's for the future? You've beaten 2 former UFC champions. You competed against some of the top BJJ guys. What can Chael put in here that's going to excite not only the fans and people like myself, but what do you see yourself going in the future?
I still want a Jeff Monson, you know. If you step up here with me, I want to pick him up and really slam him through this mat in here, you know. Please, Jeff Monson, be healthy. Come here. I'll take you down, and I'll ragdoll you around.
Well, listen, you heard it here live. Jeff Monson, Fabiano, it's always a pleasure. You're a beast. Always loving watching you compete. Thank you so much. Bruno, come on over here. First of all, let's give Bruno a big round of applause. He came in last second. You know, I know you came out here, you traveled from Texas. I know what it's like to get those last-minute phone calls to compete in competition, and especially competing against someone that you lost 3 times. Tell me how you got motivated to actually do this, because this is something tough, you know what I mean? For you, I know you always want to go against someone you lost, but most of all, just coming out here and trying to put on a good show.
Well, for me, it was about the competition. Life is a competition itself. You know, Fabiano beat me before. I was an opportunity to come in here, get paid to do what I love, that's jiu-jitsu, against a world-class competitor. Why not? Got on the plane, flew here. Didn't go the way I planned, but I mean, Fabiano is a multiple-time world champion, and like I am myself as well. But of course, size matters. I could feel that. So
I know a little bit about that.
Yeah. So hope Chael can give me an opportunity another time. Maybe somebody like closer to my size, so I can show my skills better.
Well, listen, he definitely stepped up, and we're grateful for it. You know, he's one of the best. He's destroyed everybody that's coming here, and, you know, we're just happy to have you. Speak to Heather, give her a nice kiss and a hug, and hopefully she'll bring you back on. Chael, it's always an opportunity. Thank you so much for coming out and putting on a great show. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Chael. Thank you, Heather. Appreciate everything.
brings us to an end of Submission Underground 7. As I mentioned before, last night we were right here, same cage, same location for the FCFF, Full Contact Fighting Federation Rumble at the Roseland 97. Chael Sonnen's promotion coming into the cage right now. Congratulate his winners, taking photos with Bruno Bastos and Fabiano Schörner. Kevin Keeney on our left, Rico Rodriguez, former UFC heavyweight champion, Fabiano Schörner, Bruno Bastos, Chael Sonnen. What an honor it's been to be here to call this and to call this with you, Mr. Nathan Orchard.
Another beautiful night of jiu-jitsu in the books.
It really is. I've been watching just a great afternoon and into the evening. Submissions, jiu-jitsu left and right, positions, some slams. Women competing, men competing, young men competing, young ladies competing, all the way through. Jiu-jitsu is really opening up for everyone, every lifestyle, however it is. You want to compete, you want to get in shape, you want to work out and not be bored to death as if you're running on a treadmill.
Learn how to defend yourself at the same time.
Exactly. And our referee for the night, Dave Hagen, making good calls, as always, protecting the fighters. I look forward to the next one. Make sure you're right here and checking into this YouTube channel where the FCFF was aired last night. I took a look at it this morning. Submission Underground airing right now. That'll still be on there. Spread the word. Let's get as many people as possible learning about the Submission Underground as we possibly can. What was your favorite part today? I'd say the tag team matches.
The tag team was wild and crazy, you know. I liked seeing Haley Van and what she went out there and did against a bigger, older, more experienced opponent. But overall, just really exciting stuff tonight. Really cool to be here.
It was, I agree. I enjoy it so much. I just have a passion for the sport, and I love to see the athletes compete and the respect that they show to one another as well. That's what got me hooked on combat sports in the first place. Yep. Mr. Orchard?
Thank you, Mr. Corey. Until Submission Underground 8.
Indeed. I'm your zombie cage fighter, Nate Rock Quarry.
Nathan Orchard, out.
Have a good night.